being able to carry a camera in my palm and being able to snap off a shot whenever I like.
I agree, but I think the great thing about photography as an art form is that it opens new ways of seeing. This struck me after talking to Mishal, who took a look around the recent Joburg Photo Umbrella. He met up with one of the photographers whose work was on show, and it was an eye-opening experience.
Mary Fitzgerald Square was the place to view the exhibition and meet the photographer.
Kalpesh Lathigra is a UK-based photographer who was recently commissioned to work on a project that spans 2 continents. I meet up with him here in Newtown, Johannesburg.
The exhibition was the end product of a creative collaboration between Kalpesh and photographer Thabiso Sekala. Kalpesh specializes in documentary photography and portraits, and you really don't need to be a professional model to attract his eye or his lens.
Cal, welcome and thank you so much for your time.
Hey Michelle, very nice to be here, thank you.
What is this whole concept about?
The project is called A Return to Elsewhere, and basically it looks at community and individuals and communities. So we're looking at the Indian community in Laudium, we're looking at the community in Marabastad from South Africa, we're looking at communities in Brighton, and we're picking kind of individual stories within that and showing how they're all connected. We had 4 people involved. There's obviously me and Thabiso. We worked both physically on these images in Brighton and in South Africa, and we had John Fleetwood from the Photo Market Workshop here, and we had Celia Davis from Photo Works, and basically we had these vast meetings over Skype for 3-4 hours at a time.
3 to 4 hours on Skype, that's amazing, no interruptions.
It shows you what's possible, and I think that all adds to the work as well. It creates a certain tension. You know, the idea of technology and fine art and just artwork, how we use technology, kind of all of those, it relates to it, you know? When you're working in a collaboration like this, having the support of your partner, and we've been referred to as an arranged marriage, but it was so important. And then we had the network behind us. The whole thing was that me and Tabs worked together so well that we managed to just integrate and it became not his project or my project, it became our project.
We like to use words like culture or nationality to label people, but his pictures show a vision of shared humanity.
Cal, tell me why this picture?
This is Christian. He's actually from a place called White Blocks in Laudium. What was interesting was we were driving and I spotted him in his VW Golf blasting out music, and I thought, this guy looks cool. He kind of represents kind of young modern Indian kind of youth, yeah. And he reminded me of the young guys in my area in East London in the UK who drive their cars and are blaring their music out. And I wanted to show that kind of confidence and a kind of relationship between that community there and my community in the UK. But I noticed he had all of this kind of Hindu paraphernalia, necklaces, and I thought, I want to show that. You know, he had that kind of look in his eye, kind of like confident, slightly moody, you know, conveying something of kind of real strength, and I thought that's really interesting. We want to really capture that.
And was there a specific reason why you blew out the background but you kept him in focus?
The technicalities of using a camera, they never really go into my mind. It's like almost like they're on autopilot. So for something like that, yes, obviously we want to keep him in focus. We want a sense of the community he's from, or at least the area of where it's from, so people can relate back to it. And you know, one of the interesting things about this was that he could be in America. This is Riyad Musa and Charlie, his parrot. We photographed Riyad because of his father, Smiley Musa. And Smiley was rated the 3rd best footballer in South Africa. Smiley had actually played for a white team during the bad old days of apartheid, and he got found out. And because he was so good, his friends said got him trials in the UK. And Smiley actually played for my local team, West Ham United. And then he introduced us to his family, and we met his son Riyad, and obviously his parrot Charlie was a beautiful addition. And then this picture here, beautiful farm, is by Thabiso. He referred to her as the angel because she came up from over his hill bank with her child coming across, and it's a beautiful moment. This is a really interesting picture for me. This is photographed inside what they call a royal pavilion in Brighton, and the king at the time donated the palace to be used as a hospital for the British Indian Army. So soldiers who were fighting on the Western Front, who were Indian, were then shipped across and they were injured to Brighton, and they were recuperating in this place.
What I'm really fascinated by this pic is the beauty of the background.
Yeah.
And then you have these people all busy on their phone.
You're right. You're in this amazing space, and all you're doing is on your phone, or taking a picture on your phone, and you're missing a lot of other stuff. And I thought that was quite an interesting play on it as well.
And instead of just stopping and observing, enjoying the moment.
Sure, absolutely.
Beautiful.
So, do you need a cutting-edge camera to produce photos like this?
My pictures are not shot on a digital camera. These are shot on an old-fashioned, you take one shot at a time.
So you're old school.
Yeah, it's like literally underneath a black dark.
Yeah.
You fire with the cable release, and it's one shot. You can't go bang bang. You just hold your, then be very still. You use a picture.
And why do you like working like that still?
I like the fact that it slows you down. I like the fact it doesn't rush you. It makes it more of a considered picture.
As opposed to a curated picture, which a lot of selfies is today.
When you look at a selfie, you've got a digital picture, you take it, and you look at it, you can delete it.
Yes.
And I think you lose something. I think there's something quite beautiful about the fact that if you can imagine what you look like and what you capture and be happy with that, for me, I love the process of taking photographs. I like the fact that you can put film in the camera, the fact you come back with a contact sheet, you look at what you have, and then you choose and edit from that. Of course, you know, there's something great in the immediacy of taking a picture as well. You know, we'll see where it leads us.
Images allows us to look back in time as well as to the future. Spending time with Kalpesh has certainly given me a better insight into the world of photography.